Hey yo, divine earthlings of the universe. What is up? What is up? What is up? I do hope that you all are having a good day, a good night, whatever time it is for you. Peace, love, light, blessings, and namaste to you all. Today is Wednesday, my favorite day, September 3rd of 2024. 2024, oh my gosh, 2025. So grand day to you, grand rising. Maybe it's been something about a year ago around this time. It took you a year to really manifest or create or heal. It could have took you a long time to heal in some capacity. Could have taken up to a year. But anyway, because I heard September 2024, so almost a year ago or a year ago, you had to heal yourself, or it took you a moment to accomplish something or to get to this point, whatever that may be. But before I start this message, we just gonna go with the flow. I didn't write anything down today. I just sat down for this reading and it was 6:44 p.m. So I may look up that number, that angel number. Let me actually charge this phone. Before I do start, let me put my disclaimers out. I am not a psychic. I am just a messenger here to provide the purest love and light vibes from the Most High Creator, my spiritual team, guides, God, Gaia, the universe, the Most High Source, and the purest love energy possible. Therefore, we remove any dark entities, dark energies, evil eye vibes, evil eye vibers, and negativity from this space. We keep it divinely protected in the love, light, and glow of the Most High Creator and our spiritual team and our ancestors and archangels. Okay, so we remove all these entities and evil eye vibes out of this space. Okay, we bring in the protection of the holy. The most holy is pure light from the Most High Source. All right. Thank you, spiritual team. Keep me divinely protected as I channel this message. And if the Cinderella slipper don't fit, do not force it. Don't eat the food on the plate if it don't resonate. I may not be the reader for you. This may not be the message for you. Keep that in mind. And your free will, discernment, and intuition are always a key factor, okay? And this is a non-judgment zone. We're not judging over here. We're just going with the vibe of the energy of what I'm receiving in this moment, time, and space. So this is a non-judgment zone. It's a clarity zone, a zen zone, a healing zone for the journey that you may need. All right. You can always thumbs it up if you vibe the message. So 644, as I mentioned, is the time when I sat down today. So looking up 644, it suggests that you focus on achieving your biggest goals. This angel number is telling you that no dream or goal is too lofty. Yeah, we just basically said it took you a year possibly to accomplish a goal, possibly, or to accomplish truly healing yourself and manifesting a gift within yourself, or learning about your gifts and the qualities that you are birthing into the world and how it's gifting the world. Your gifts are here to inspire the world. Your presence is here to uplift the world, or just people in your life, whatever capacity that may be, and to change the world. So we're gonna roll with the punches. I'm hearing rolling with the punches. Y'all remember that movie Clueless? Love it. 3:55 on the timer. The movie Clueless, it was about a clique, you know, two best friends, and then how their friendship got tarnished by other people. So, and I heard rolling with the homies, or that song. But what did I just say? I literally just lost my train of thought. But basically, I'm hearing that rolling with the homies, and maybe you was rolling with some homies, but it wasn't the click, or something didn't click. Okay, anyway, let's go ahead with the vibe and see what this is about. Maybe you were on a journey with some people and something didn't click. Something didn't click. All right, Spirit, what's going on? What's this energy that I'm receiving? Something didn't click, possibly. All right, spiritual team, what we got for this message? Something didn't click. This is the dark thoughts. I knew it. I saw this card, but I didn't take it out, and it's flipping over. So dark thoughts. Ground yourself in the present moment and know that you're stronger than those shadows. Again, it could have took you a year to heal from your shadow work, and it caved in on you. You went through a dark moment possibly, but now you're finally seeing the light. I'm hearing the light source. You're a source of light. You're a beacon of light. And you've been that to so many people. But now it's like doing that for yourself. And that's been kind of hard to turn a light switch on for your own self. And it's like you this big ass beacon of light. But it took you a moment to really see the light that you are. You have a light heart. You have a light-hearted personality. You're very welcoming, very friendly, very just funny, encouraging, motivating, inspiring, creative, very smart person. And you was with a click. You click with people like that. I'm hearing you were clicking with like-minded individuals. But something about dark thoughts here. Something about, I'm hearing clicking with people's shadow side. You were able to click with people's shadow side as well. This card, I saw this card too, and I didn't take it out. If y'all rewind it, y'all might see this because it was at the bottom of the deck. Self-made. See, you're a self-made individual. You're very classy, regal. I'm hearing symmetry. Like you're very how can I say this? Afrocentric, but it's like you have this earthy, regal aesthetic. I think that's the word I'm hearing. Aesthetic about you. But I'm not gonna kid y'all. I almost said cemetery. I'm hearing death of an ego. Something died off. Maybe these clique of people, maybe they had a lot of ego vibes towards you. Or maybe they thought you had an ego. Something about an ego death. Self-made. While pride is well-deserved, keep your ego, there go the word ego, in check. Stay humble. Share your wisdom and empower others to rise. See, you stayed humble. You have like a humble, regal soul. And you're very self-made. Like, you don't need a clique to make you who you are. Now, you'll roll with a clique again. Rolling with the homies. But you're not clueless. Like in the movie Clueless. Cher, she was like very self-made. Like, she spoke up for herself. She dressed herself. She encouraged herself and other people in her life. But then there was a part where the clique started to crash, and that started to really crash her own self-esteem and make her question herself. So in that sense, and she was a very popular girl in school, right? Very well known, very educated too, but she was just a clueless, airy kind of personality. But she was very, very in tune with her emotions. So at some point in your journey, you probably was very clueless about your gifts, your qualities, or what you can actually do. And again, it took you a year possibly to really own it, to confront it, to exude it and walk in your power. And now you're like out here self-made. And see, you could have been clicking up with people who were self-made as well, but maybe their ego was not in check. Somebody had a big ego out here, and they didn't stay humble. but they wanted to have power and rise over other people. So, spiritual birth, yeah. But see, I'm hearing, excuse me, spiritual birth. That's when the click didn't click no more. Accountability is at the bottom of the deck. It's time. Some people need to take accountability for their own actions. Look at break free from the blame game. Actual growth begins when we own our actions and take responsibility. You can choose accountability over blame. Maybe it was like a pointing a finger, blaming somebody. Maybe you got blamed for something, or maybe people are blaming you for doing you. It's kind of like, I don't know, like maybe if you decided to go your own way when this click wasn't clicking and you became self-made, but on the other end, if since you didn't stay with the click, maybe they're blaming you for things that are not being presented anymore, or for not accomplishing certain. I'm hearing positions. Maybe your position, you were putting everything into rotation or something like that. So they could be blaming you for things crumbling down now in their lives, but they actually have to take accountability for their own actions instead of blaming other people. If they weren't blaming you, they could be blaming other people for how their life is unfolding or for how a situation is happening. So, and they could be blaming you because you over here being self-made. Let me see. Spirit, what is this? Accountability. Okay. Enough. What's this right here? Handout and secret friend. You're a secret friend of mine, whether it's a warm hug or just a smile. I'm grateful to have you in my circle. You have some people that are very, very, maybe you're, some of these people who didn't click with you, now they really secretly want to be your friend. They realize they're grateful to have you in their circle. And your circle is very, very small. I'm hearing like you don't even really have a circle. It's just you and very rare individuals that can come around you. But your circle is very small. And this person probably had like a big ass circle of people always around them. They can get lost in a sea of people for how many people they got around them in their circle. And they realizing like it's a lot of people around them that wouldn't really assist them the way you would. Handout also came out. Be there for, look at this. Be there for your friends, but watch out for those who always take without giving back. Encourage self-help, but know when to set boundaries. Exactly. That's basically what I've been saying. And see, you are always there for your friends, but you are giving, and things weren't being poured back into you. And these people could have secretly wanted to blame you, or, like I'm hearing the movie Clueless again. People probably thought you were just clueless to what they were doing to you. And they started to turn on you, and things started to just crush your spirit. And these dark thoughts could have crept in because of that. And I'm also getting, you are so powerful. Yes, you operate with light intentions and pure intentions, but you can also switch on that dark intention if you really wanted to. And it's not because you are doing it out of malice. It's because if you like in a dark spot, it's kind of like, today is Wednesday, and I love Wednesday. And I love Wednesday Addams, of course. But it's kind of like Wednesday. She's just like a dark, mysterious person, but her intentions are pure, but don't cut her. You get what I mean? So you kind of like have this Wednesday switch. And once you hand out so much to people and it doesn't come back to you, that affects you. So you have to realize that you are enough. You are more than enough. Beautiful, rare, irreplaceable. Embrace your embrace your uniqueness and let your light shine. Yeah, let your light shine. You are enough. And see, some people wanted to keep you a secret or keep you to themselves, is what I'm receiving. Because they know that you're going to get this attention out here. Jealousy is a shadow that follows these shining stars. Your light attracts attention, and some might envy it. Keep shining. Don't let their shadows dim your glow. I just heard it might took you a year to go through your shadow work. You had to realize, like, I'm somebody who I'm just going to have attention everywhere I go, even if I'm wearing a sweatsuit and hoodie or tennis shoes, whatever. You're probably wearing pajamas outside and you still get all this hella attention. So people can get jealous of that because your light just attracts. But see, it's the light of your spirit. And then some people here will secretly wanted to be your friend just so they could get the attention. So, that's just the chosen's battle. That's one of your battles on the field of this spiritual warfare that you got going on. Because there's a lot of hella spiritual warfare right now that is happening in the world, okay? We is on the spiritual battlefield. It is a spiritual warfare as we speak. And for you as a chosen person, you constantly feel an attack. But see, you had to learn how to fight those battles in your alone time, in solitude. It didn't always mean getting up and actually expressing these dark thoughts out loud like Wednesday. Because Wednesday, when she finished, she done. But when she is alerted, she's on point. And in the show Wednesday, she has spiritual gifts. The new one with Jenna Ortega, I think that's her name. She does such a good job. I haven't watched season 2. I'm trying to get a day to where I am not distracted and I'm just going to watch it all the way through because I'm about to watch my Wednesday. I've been living Wednesday since Christina Ricci, though. That was my era growing up. So if Wednesday, when somebody cut her family or come at her, she gonna get to the root of it. So you get to the root of things. Like your dark thoughts help you uncover and expose dark entities out here. And I'm hearing spell book or spell work. Yeah, you could see the darkness on people. Damn, this world is getting more heavy, more jaded as well. And I'm hearing more conflicted. It's more conflicting information out here about light workers, dark workers, spiritual path, spiritual gifts, or spiritual callings, spiritual readers, healers, whatever you are. That right now is very, very, it's like a battlefield along with that. And that's a part of the spiritual warfare. So you're getting like caught in a crossfire as a spiritualist. And but you operate both. You can, again, you operate in a light energy, but you can definitely see the dark, and you also operate in the darkness. Like you're able to walk in the darkness and confront these entities like Wednesday Addams, but you're not clueless like Cher. Okay, people might think you clueless. They don't expect you to be Wednesday Addams. They just like, oh, Divine Collective is so gullible, And see, with Cher on Clueless, that's like the movies from, I think that's from 1993. What year was that? 94 or something? For those of you in my age bracket, and for those of you who are not, Alicia Silverstone, I'm pretty sure y'all probably are familiar with the movie Clueless. If not, check it out. But basically, a new girl comes into the school and she's like, oh, we gotta be there for her. She doesn't know anybody. And that's how you are. You're inviting people in, trying to be there for them and help them out, and help them get directed on the right path, or get that self-esteem going. And you might not even have a lot of self-esteem, but you encourage that in other people. That's the beauty of your gift. And you're a very, very creative soul. So it's like, even on the movie Clueless, she was trying to really pass a class. So she was like, we have to get our teacher to pass us. So how can we do it? And then she ended up setting him up with the English teacher, I think it was. And they were both like quirky, quiet, stay to themselves. But she started to encourage both of them, not knowing that basically she was playing like a matchmaker. Like, they didn't even really notice each other, but she was making up like, hey, did you see that? Da 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 da. I was looking at you, or he says you're a really nice teacher. And so it got something in her ear to kind of notice the teacher. And then they started like talking more and going out on lunch dates, end up dating. So she was like a matchmaker, and you do that for people. You're like this matchmaker. You make people happy, whether it's matching them up with a loved one, or a lover, or opportunities, are things that they probably wouldn't even think about. Like, even in their home, you help them match things and place things together. So you're like a puzzle piece out here for people to find themselves. Yeah. And that brings you a lot of attention, even though you don't try to do it. But that's also what makes you self-made, because you have a spiritual gift that a lot of people can't go to school for. A lot of people can't go to school for your spiritual gift. Authenticity, yeah. Your authenticity usually brings some bad company around you, because people want your authentic qualities. Embrace the richness of who you are and let it shine in everything you do. Authenticity is a magnet. People are drawn to the realness. Exactly. People are drawn to your realness, even bad company, as we've been talking about, that don't always click with you, are drawn to your realness. So bad company, some friends aren't good for you. Encourage positivity and remind them of your worth. A strong support system uplifts each other. Yeah, some friends are bad company, but you are reminded to stay encouraged and remind them of who you are. And see, you're like this strong support system that uplifts everybody. And when you are around bad company or people with ill intentions that want to create spiritual warfare or spiritual tactics to block you, stop you with their darker intentions here, you are reminding these people how to be better people in the midst of it. And it might not be till years later until it really clicks with them. Like, oh, now it's clicking. I was a part of a clique with the Divine Collective, but at the time, I wasn't clicking properly with them. But now, years later, things are clicking. Like, oh, Divine Collective was really a true support system in my life. Things are starting to click for people. Like, even in Clueless, things started to click for Cher at the end of it, and people apologized to her. She wasn't looking for an apology, but she was. But they ended up coming and apologizing to her without her seeking it, And so people, literally, some people do want to apologize to you. They could be holding back from you. Because, yeah, you had to hold back from people who was playing mind games with you. And so now these people are holding back because they know they play mind games. Some people, again, just wanted to click up with you so they can have a lot of clicks. I'm hearing clicks too, like clicking likes and stuff online, or clicking I'm hearing just clicking online. Maybe somebody's trying to find you as well that you holding back from. So they could be clicking on your IG, Facebook, Snap, whatever you got out there trying to find you. It can be overwhelming to worry about uncertainty. Let's focus on what we can control and adapt to face the unknown together. And so somebody was holding back. They were worried about the future or worried about not having self-control. Could have been a lover because this card is like a couple. So there could have been like a masculine or feminine energy in your life, however you identify yourself or however they identify yourself, whoever or whatever it may be, that started to hold back from you. Excuse me, spiritual bird. Yep. They wanted to be together, but the unknown crushed them before they could really see past the uncertainty of being together. So they basically, the unknown crushed them before they saw the possibilities of what it could be with you or what you guys could have. And then I'm receiving like this click. They were holding back from letting things pursue you or proceed. How can I say this? So I'm hearing supersede. Some like this click also knew you were like a superstar seed. So in a sense, they wanted to hold you back from actually pursuing that stardom because they wanted to be the ones to be self-made. Again, that ego, their ego getting in check now. Yep, while pride is well deserved, keep the ego in check. Stay humble. Somebody did not stay humble. They wanted to hold you back. I'm hearing somebody wanted to hold you back to humble you. But you were already a very humbling person. And this was a diss like this was a diss towards you. What else? Mind games. Yeah, people start playing mind games. If someone attempts to convince you that your truth is false, it could be a form of manipulation. Rely on your own understanding of reality. Yeah, somebody wanted you to hold back from pursuing your gifts by manipulating you or by keeping you looped around them in some way, shape, or form. Again, by being in your company, by clicking with you, it was like a form of manipulation. Kind of like saying, well, if I'm your friend, then you have to accept these friends. You have to be a part of the clique. Come join us, come be with us, come work with us, come hang out with us, whatever. Come live with us. And it's like you couldn't, instead of, like you had to join the clique. If you didn't join the clique, then they was going to dish you or something like that. But see, your confidence, you start figuring shit out. You was like, I'm more confident than these people know. Keep your head high, embrace your power, and shine bright. Your confidence is a statement, not a burden. Yeah, see, your confidence probably was a burden to people, and they wanted to manipulate that and keep you like in a uncertain mindset. But you start figuring out shit. Yep, lack of trust. You started to not trust certain people. Figuring out life is like climbing mountains. Some peaks are steep, others gentle, but each step is a progress. And see, that was like that year. This was like a mountain to come over, but each step you did was a progress to heal. Lack of trust. Now you know who to trust, who not to trust. So trust is crucial for any relationship. It requires honesty, transparency, and consistency. Building trust takes time and effort. Yeah, man. See, now you don't. That's why your secret friend, your circle might not be a circle. Because you taking time to trust people now. Lack of empathy. See, some people might think you lack empathy now because They might also, I saw this card earlier too, they might think you got a smart mouth because you spoke up for yourself. Let's see, a smart mouth and attitude might feel cool, but true strength lies in kindness and understanding. Choose words that build up, not tear down. See, people think that when you build yourself up, that it's like you're tearing them down, because they see it as you have a smart mouth, because you are more confident in your walk and in your decisions, or in the relationships, or situationships, or partnerships that you encounter or invite into your life now. You speak up for that. And some people might think you have a smart mouth because you do that. But you're just confident in knowing who you are and where you want to go and who you want around you, or what offers to take. That's it. And see, you're not tearing people down. It's actually encouraging people. And see, that's why years later, these people, it's going to click to some people years later that, yo, Divine Collective wasn't really being a smart mouth. They were just standing in their boundaries, speaking their truth, and actually being kind to me without cussing me out, yelling at me, trying to fight, trying to blame, do the blame game, because we did saw the blame game. What card was the blame game? Where is the blame? Yeah, accountability. You know, now they want to take accountability. Like, they realize you were just taking accountability for how you felt, and that they should have just took accountability for how they made you feel, or how they contributed to the situation, or whatever they did. Like, years later, people are like, damn, okay, I could see what Divine Collective meant. They didn't actually have a smart mouth, you know, but they also could think, you know, you have a lack of empathy now. So let's see. Avoid being dismissive. Indifference and rudeness breed disrespect. Cultivate understanding. Actively listen and show consideration for others' perspectives. That's what you do. Exactly. You are empathetic. I'm hearing pathetic. There are some people out here doing some pathetic things, trying to say they express an empathy to you. But behind the scenes, they want to see you in a pathetic state. They'll click up with you just to see you cave down and fall down or stay down. So lack of empathy. Sorry, y'all. So lack of empathy here is basically you not being disrespectful, because you're not as empathetic as you used to be. Well, no, I don't want to say that, because I do feel like you still have empathy in your heart. You still sympathize with people and comfort people and all of that. But these particular individuals, you're not doing that with anymore. You more have your boundaries up, your guards up. That's why a lot of people holding back from reaching out to you, because they know that you're a very empathic person. So if you're not speaking, or, you know, causing a ruckus with people, or playing these mind games back because you're figuring things out, people know that you know. Because see, you had to go through the dark night of the soul into your shadow side. You had to go down and walk deep within yourself and confront yourself. That's why you're self-made, because you have confronted yourself. A lot of people want to be self-made without confronting themselves. And in that sense, they're like living a darker life, or they're living a life that's where they're always constantly trying to figure it out, or depending on others to figure it out. They might look like they're confident, but they really have low self-esteem. And they have a lot of bad company around them. They like a lot of attention for the wrong reasons. You know, they keep a lot of things in secret because they don't want to be authentic. So it's a mixture of things here, but your presence here in this world is to allow people to just be you. Just be yourself. Just express who you are without all the sugar coating of the cookies, rainbows, butterflies, and sweetness of life. I mean, it's great, but it's times of life that you gotta fall down, that you gotta really look at yourself. And so this is what your ability is here to do. This is what your presence does to individuals that have wronged you, or that have blamed you, or that wanted to keep you in a dark state by just being around you, to monitor you or cause you this spiritual warfare. Okay, but look, let me see one more time. I'm gonna shuffle one more time. Get one more message. Thank you, Spirit. Sadness. Somebody is sad. This was some sadness, though, that came to you. When sadness and disappointment knock on your door, remember, it's okay not to be okay. Feel those emotions, but don't unpack and live there. See, that's why I heard earlier, it might have took you a year to heal. It might have took you a year to really sit in this sadness, again, in this dark space. But it gave you a closer look and a closer perspective of yourself and of those around you and of people's true motives in your life. So these dark thoughts created some sadness, put you in a dark space, right? So closer look says, when life presents choices, don't just glance, look closer. Your decisions shape your path. Yeah, you pay attention more now. You sit with yourself. You be paying attention. Your self-respect and your self-love, your self-confidence, self-perseverance, love of self, okay, is making you self-made. Because you're taking a closer look at yourself too and who you actually are here. And that's why these lovers, I just did a video, y'all. This video is uploading before this one. And it's probably, I don't even know what it's going to be called. It's like, I think they need to tell you something. I think that's what I'm going to title it. Either way, it's going to have, they need to tell you something or something like that. And it's basically people in your life that miss you or are thinking about you. And it's like they need to tell you something. Because now you're making them have a closer look at you and you're not even around anymore. It's like your presence makes people see you. Your absence makes people see you even more clear. Your absence makes people see you more clear. And that's why they are realizing, like, oh shit, I was blaming Divine Collective for XYZ, or I know I'm the reason why Divine Collective has backed away, or, has a lack of empathy for me now, or whatever the case may be. Because, you look closer at people mind games now. You like, nah, shawty, no. And look, they over here talking, and it could be a cross watcher. You got people talking now. Could be up to 3 people. I'm telling you, that clique, the clique is talking about you. I might have to title this, the clique is now talking about you. The clique that dissed you, or the clique that disowned you, the clique that things weren't clicking, or the clique that was clicking things to manifest in their life by clicking with you, they talking. People sipping on my life like it's their favorite gossip blend. Honey, my story's not for everyone's palate. And see, people want to sip and talk on you like you the tea, you the talk of the town. But your story is not for everyone's palate. Like, not everybody can swallow your story, swallow this journey. Because all this sadness that you've been through, all this spiritual warfare that has been created in your life, it has been sad. It has been tough. It has been hard as shit to overcome it. When you know people talking about you, or gossiping about you, or sending evil eye your way, or just can't figure you out. You over here figuring people out by yourself. You don't have a clique to figure out people, but these people need to talk together to figure you out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you sit by yourself as you figure things out. You're sitting by yourself as you take a closer look. You know what I'm saying? You're sitting by yourself. Even as you get this attention, you're sitting by yourself. You're sitting by yourself in your self-made energy. Like, and then you have this bad company who wants to talk and sit amongst each other to figure you out. People trying to figure you out because your absence is making them see you clearly. And they can't figure you out. They trying to take a closer look at who you are. Okay. Oh, hold on. I put this in the wrong spot. And see, they was trying to move things around in your life to connect the dots. And that's why they talking, because they trying to connect the dots. Like, okay, well, what is Divine Collective doing now? Even if you're not doing nothing, they trying to figure out, well, why does it look like they're not doing nothing? Why aren't they doing anything with their business? Why aren't they doing anything with their, I don't know, their personal life, their travels, their hair, their clothes, whatever it may be? They're trying to figure out, like, why you're not doing certain things. But maybe you are. You're just not saying nothing. Or maybe it's just a time for you not to do anything and just to sit and figure some shit out. Figuring out life is like climbing mountains. Some peaks are steep, others gentle, but each step is a progress. Yeah, you figuring out, and it's a progress. As you take this closer look at people. Okay, Spirit, what else we got for the Divine Collective? It was a deck that I wanted to use. Let me see if I can get it. I don't know which one it is. Yep, it's this one. I'm happy I got the right one. All right. Yeah, you're getting clarity. You're more wise in your clarity. You got the right, wrong one. People had the right, wrong one, okay? They didn't, like, a lot of people didn't expect you to figure some shit out about this clique. You realize things ain't clicking with this clique, or things ain't clicking with this person that I enjoy my life with, or something. Things ain't clicking with this offer. Like, what is this? Like, you really take a closer look. Even if it makes you sit on it, even if it's never a missed opportunity for you, because you take a closer look. And it's not really procrastinating. It's more like being mindful of your journey and where you've been and where you've come from. So if you sitting on some things for a minute, yeah, like I said earlier, it might took you a year. September 3rd, 2024 is what I said at the beginning of this message. And now here we are, September 3rd, 2025. Maybe a year ago, it started possibly 10 years ago, but it took you a minute to get the clarity that you needed. And now that you have the clarity that you needed and you've been figuring things out, yeah, you've let things simmer, excuse me. Now things are coming full circle. So to communicate one's intentions or character when being misunderstood or misrepresented, excuse me. Excuse me, spiritual burp, almost burp too. But people misrepresented you. Some people, I'm hearing representation or reputation. See, your reputation could have been misunderstood or miscommunicated, but a lot of people know your reputation. A lot of people communicate. See, they talking about how they mistreated you or misrepresented you in your reputation. See, could be happening now for them. Maybe a year ago, it took these people a year to again realize their own actions here. Simmer. Take time to reflect. You see what I mean? Look, take time to reflect on things that can help you move beyond your immediate desires. A watched pot never boils. See, again, she's sitting by herself. You see, maybe you was a young figuring out, and now you let things simmer more as you age and grow older. And things are reflecting more, you're reflecting more, and things make more sense. A lot of people be watching a pot just so things can boil over. And they want to see every inch of something happening to somebody. Again, that's spiritual warfare. Maybe somebody loved to see your life just go through all of these fires, right? Creating fires in your life. But the thing is, you a whole phoenix who rises from these fires. And that's what you've done because you have a lot of clarity now. So let's go ahead and get another message. Then we're going to end this reading. All right, spiritual team. Oh, what else we got for the Divine Collective, please? Thank you so much. Regard. Ooh, monetize. Okay. Making $1 out of 15 cents. See, this is what you over here doing. Yeah, temperature. I'm hearing temperature rising. See? You rise the temperature in the room. With those fires, you made the temperature rise. You hot. You creating a blaze. You the phoenix rising with this temperature card. Choose between staying inside or outside. Avoid opening and closing doors to save on heating and cooling costs. Stay inside or outside. So you've been staying inside just to avoid the cost of people entering your space and creating more heat or sparking more tension or something. Like, you're not about that. You rather stay indoors, focus on you, get the clarity that you need. Then when you go outside, you know how to handle the temperature. You know how to monetize and make $1 out of 15 cents. Being frugal and spending money wisely to make it last can also involve creating something valuable from very little. See, you over here, you got it's not going to take you much. You might think, oh, I need this amount of money in my bank account just to monetize myself or just to grow and expand and live here or live there or buy this. Spirit said it only takes a little. You got the vision. You already got it instilled in you. It only takes a little. So the card that came out is regard. I'm not one of your little friends. Oh, she said, I'm not one of your little friends. Okay. Respect your elders for their wisdom and experience. Excuse me. Respect your elders for their wisdom and experience. They have much to offer. Be kind and show them respect and appreciation. See, people have to now respect you like an elder. Because they realize you ain't one of their little friends. Y'all could be the same age. And you like, no, respect me like you would your elder. The elder that you respect the most, I deserve that respect too. Because you respect that person that way. That's why people talking about you too. Because you demand respect. And that's why they feel like you have a lack of empathy. Because you demand respect. But you're not demanding respect to just demand it and tell people what to do. You're just like, no, let's respect each other like we would our elders, or like we should do for our elders as well. So sufficient, you're more sufficient and grounded. God bless dirt, and dirt don't hurt. You have just the right, look, this is what I can't make this shit up. It only take a little. You have a sufficient amount to pursue what you need to do. You have just the right amount needed to grow your vision. That's exactly what this card say. You have just the right amount needed to grow your vision. It might not have grown with this click. Maybe you saw the vision growing with the click, and then they started talking about you or something. Something happened. Or maybe they start focusing on monetizing and dollar signing. I'm hearing dollar signing, like signing a lot on a dotted line for dollars. And then you have this lover who was holding back because they weren't prepared to deal with a love like yours. Or it spooked them. It scared them like the boogeyman. And they was running away from you and making you chase them. And you stopped doing that. You found more sufficient energy in just being still and seeing your vision and not chasing. And look, now you exploring. Act on your plans without any delay. Don't let the grass grow under your feet. If she's staying there any longer, just imagine how, again, like I heard, it's not that you're procrastinating, but maybe at some point you did. But now it's time to utilize your space, your time. If you have 5 hours extra in a day, take 2 of those hours to work on your gift. So with my position, that where I'm at, they were offering like a 4-10 shift. I'm like, I don't want to do that. Y'all, I cut the deck and say protection. But God say it's a protection here. Some things are not going to look like, even staying indoors, you're being protected. I'm also hearing not just protecting yourself, but protecting your assets, protecting your creative flow. So they have a shift that opened up, and then you could try it out. You don't have to keep it. I'm like, okay, I might try it. I get an extra day off throughout the week. Okay, let me see how this goes. So I was like, man, I don't know if I want to do it. And then today my spiritual team was like, that's an extra day so you can work on your gifts. I'm like, oh, it's sometimes we have to sacrifice a little, just a little, to know that our vision is birthing bigger than what we know, to help create our vision to flow. So that's why spiritual team was like, this is why this opportunity is opening up for you. And y'all, I didn't reply back to the email till like a month later. I was like, hey, is this still an opportunity? She was like, sure. You can try it out. If you don't like it, you can go back. I'm like, okay. So I tried it out, and then I'm like, ooh, should I do it? But she's like, just do it for the month and then see how you like it. If you don't, go back to your old shift. So today, spiritual team was like, you just sacrificing a little just so you can get an extra day to work on your gifts. Yeah, it's a 9-to-5 grind, but it's not your all the time. But I'm giving you more time so you don't have to have a 9-to-5 to grind. You get what I mean? Utilizing it, changing the narrative here. And that's what we doing. We changing the narrative. Yep, space. And sometimes changing the narrative is just having space between people. 2 women can't live in the same house. With multiple generations living together, conflicting household expectations can arise due to different ways of caring for the home. And maybe this has happened to you. If you have a roommate or if it's family, you realize like, okay, I'm not going to have conflict with people. I'm just going to learn how to adapt. And see, you have to learn how to adapt to every different personality in your life, every different relationship in your life, even with yourself. You have to learn how to adapt to change your lifestyle, to have a healthier lifestyle. Maybe staying indoors was like, again, the protection. I saw protection here. Staying indoors was a ground way of protection. Keep your prayers on your lips. Prepare for unexpected moments by memorizing a comforting prayer and staying connected to your faith. So yeah, maybe a prayer, a comforting prayer that you memorize, staying connected to your faith, and having appreciation for yourself. You just don't know how good you got it. We often forget how good we have it compared to those who came before us. Let's be grateful for the conveniences and opportunities we enjoy today. Yeah, and even with this life and what the world is doing, it's just taking solace in the small things and appreciating them. Because the smaller things in life are the big things that matter at the end of the day. Okay. Grace. Lord have mercy. A prayer or praise uttered for God's grace and mercy. You're very thankful soul. And the Most High thanks you and appreciates you for that. That's why you're having these new opportunities open to you as well. Or even like with my shift, you have a new shift and things are shifting in your life. Sometimes it might not be like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that. But that one change can shift your whole life if you just shift your perspective. And if you, again, I'm doing like a trial. If it's something that you don't like, you can speak up on that, like, yeah, this ain't for me. The worst that can happen is somebody say, well, you have to go, or I don't know. But that was meant to shift your life in whatever way, shape, or form. But it also helped you speak up for yourself. If anything, you spoke up for yourself. Hypocrisy. I know it's I can't even talk. Hypocrite. I know this word is for hypocrite. But let's see. Handshake doesn't match the smile. Someone may intentionally appear happy to see you, but their genuine emotions may eventually become evident. See, that's why you have to take a closer look at these people, because a lot of hypocrites did cross your life, unfortunately. And that's that bad company. That's why things didn't click for you when these people, you realized they were hypocrites. So I think I'm gonna end it there. Spirit, one more. Okay, Spirit telling me stuff one more time. Then we're gonna end this message. Thank you, spiritual team. Amen. Thank you. Encouraging. I saw this card earlier. You're such an encouraging soul. I won't complain. Life can be challenging at times, but the number of good days we experience outweighs the bad ones. It sure does. Every day to be here is a beautiful thing. Two cards that came out. Compliment and opposition. Blacker the berry, sweeter the juice. It is intended to compliment darker skinned people. It said that the darker the person's skin tone, the sweeter they love. See? So again, your dark thoughts, and maybe you are dark complected, but either way, your dark thoughts created a beautiful experience on the other side. And that's why you get a lot of compliments too, because your darker energies, it's like blacker the berry, sweeter the juice. And then your love will just overflowing. So yeah, man. Even these darker entities, these opposition people, realize how sweet you are. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. This refers to individuals who display discriminatory behavior towards their own family, friends, and community members. Oh, see, this is that clique. This clique wasn't kin. This is how we gonna end this reading. This is what I'm talking about. And see, you were the only person to click this together. You click together that a lot of people, even the people that you could be kin to, they ain't your people. And this time we seeing a lot of hypocritical people, whether it's family, associates, business partners, close bonds that you know. I'm hearing associates again, because friends, frenemies, all this stuff keep coming up. Cousins, uncles, co-workers, like, it's crazy that a lot of people out here are hypocrites. But anyway, on that note, you can see clearly now. All right. But yeah, This was a beautiful read. I'm gonna end it there because it's almost an hour. If it didn't resonate, don't force the fit of this message. Okay, you can thumbs it up if you vibe it. Peace, love, light to you, and namaste. Thank you.